So welcome everyone. We are going to be unpacking the bloat, how and why our food, our hormones, and our habits are helping our belly. This is a makeover by Dr. Justine, and it actually contains a variety of Dr. Jocker articles on bloating and farting, etc. If you have any questions, please feel free to text Dr. Justine at 647-987-9355. I wanted to welcome Dr. Justine. She's our leader here at Justine Blainey Wellness Center, and she is a passionate warrior for your health. She is also a leader in our community, speaking at businesses, at universities, mentoring, and she believes everyone deserves a healthcare team that focuses on prevention, optimal health, and open communication. Please help me welcome Dr. Justine.
Hello, everyone. Our mission is to help you be your best for the rest of your life. We call it holistic living your absolute best with the 5 essentials from Max Living. And chiropractic is at the core of that and helping your nervous system. But today, we're going to talk about your digestion in order to help the bloating, help the farting, make you more comfortable, less embarrassed. We have a ton of information every single week just for you. Upcoming wellness talks, we have freedom through fitness, the differences between chiropractic, massage, and physiotherapy, and that one's in Punjabi and English. We have another one, and what is a subluxation? Again, with Prajap in Punjabi and English, and Prajap did just a wonderful, wonderful job. And then information about how the wellness center starts. So every week, try to bring you something new, something to be healthier and be your best. So today's topic is abdominal bloating, causes and symptoms, and then we'll go through different areas to help your digestion, help with gas in your stomach, and help you be overall more comfortable. But also, when your digestion is better, that helps you have better energy and live longer. So lots and lots of information coming your way. First thing is, what foods can cause gas? Well, poor digestion, legumes, cruciferous vegetables, onions, fruit, even. Lots of people have gluten sensitivity. You may not have Crohn's or severe irritable bowel syndrome, but you have sensitivities to wheat, gluten, and grains. That would be me. So wheat, gluten, and grains would make me feel more fatigued. I might get more psoriasis. I might get more achy joints and a bloated stomach, but I'm not exactly allergic to it. So we're going to talk a little bit about sensitivities versus allergies. Dairy products can affect many, many people. Low stomach acid can affect when we eat meats, eggs, and affecting your gallbladder. Many people don't realize they have severe gallbladder problems until they have a gallbladder attack, which is very, very painful, drops you to the ground. And eventually you'll know many people have had a gallbladder removed because they haven't been able to keep a healthy gallbladder. So bile flow can be affected by fats, butter, coconut, avocados, eggs, fatty meats, nuts, and seeds. And you'll see many people who cannot digest nuts and seeds. They may have different areas that are affecting cobblestone in their gut. They may have different ulcers in their gut, like ulcerative colitis. And so all of this is important for those conditions that are severe, but this is also for just the average person that wants to not have a bloated tummy, wants to make sure they don't fart in public or under the covers and embarrass themselves. So this is for everyone, how to have a happy tummy. Some of the main causes of bloating: low stomach acid, poor gallbladder function, bacterial overgrowth, candida overgrowth, and food sensitivities. We're going to cover a little bit on all of these topics coming up, but much of this is helped with a naturopath. On our team, we have Dr. Danny. We also have a holistic nutritionist, Sabine. Talk to your chiropractor, talk to your holistic nutritionist, your naturopath, your homeopath, because you want to get rid of the causes and not just mask the causes with different supplements or medications. We want to get to the root causes first. Now, some of those differences between food sensitivities and food allergies, I'm one of those people that have severe allergies and food sensitivities, and it can cause a lot of challenges. When you deal with an actual allergy, it tends to start in infancy. more children than adults, and it happens immediately. So, for example, certain foods will make it harder for me to breathe. Certain foods, I will get a rash right away. Certain allergies will make it difficult for people who have asthma, difficult to breathe. And the most common of these severe allergies are nuts and tree nuts, eggs, milk, and fish and shellfish, especially. And that's when you see about people the EpiPen, blue to the sky, right? Orange to the thigh. So these people typically can be very, very serious. And it's typically just one or two foods that are very serious. And some of the best ways to help with that is allergy testing that can be done with your medical doctor. They have different ways on your skin or with the pinprick or under the tongue. And then finally with the SCIO technique, which is a biofeedback technique. And we have a few different practitioners we can refer you to help with that. Food sensitivities are different. That happens at any age. It's 45% of the population. So that's half of us, right? And the reaction can be 72 hours later, or it can be a buildup over the week. So you don't really get an automatic, I'm allergic to that. So that's why doing a food journal is so important, because you can look back 2 or 3 days. It might affect, for me, like eczema on my elbows, on my scalp. It might affect your mood. It might affect headaches. It might affect weight gain, water retention, fatigue, joint pain. These food sensitivities affect people with arthritis, not just bloating and IBS or gut problems. Again, wheat, dairy are huge. Corn, which turns to a sugar, and eggs. And there are many, many supplements and different ways to manage this. Chiropractic does help. Elimination is also an option, but also the SCIO technique, the biofeedback technique, can make this that much easier. Now, there are different warning signs if you have bacterial, yeast, or parasitic overgrowth. Many people have parasites and they don't know. That was including me. And they say that 100% of cancer patients have a parasite. So always recommending that you, with support with your naturopath, with your holistic nutritionist, look at doing a yearly detox. That'll help you with these conditions. And you can see that it's not as obvious that you have a parasite. For example, just change in appetite, anxiety, headache, depressions, chronic pain, abdominal problems, skin problems are signs that we have bacterial, yeast, or parasitic overgrowth. Now, you can do an elimination diet. I recommend journaling first to see different areas where you see maybe 2 or 3 days that you have a reaction later. So you can start to see trends. But to really determine how severe it is, elimination diet, you stop whatever it is that you want to eliminate. Say it's grains or it's dairy, and you stop it for 2 weeks, and then you have as much as you want on, say, the Saturday afterwards. You have a day to recover if you are food sensitive. So you might get symptoms like asthma, trouble breathing, migraines, mood disorders, skin problems from these food sensitivities. And doing that elimination over 2 weeks would help you determine, doing one food at a time, how your body's reacting to it, so you could eliminate it or do the SCIO technique to help your body recover from that sensitivity. There are differences between probiotics and prebiotics in order to help your digestion. And I highly recommend getting advice, because you can have still too much of these and you may not need both, or you might need one more than the other. So get the advice for you. Probiotics are live, prebiotics are not living. Probiotics help with the yeast and the bacteria. Prebiotics serve as friendly bacteria for your gut. They can both be in supplements, but you can see the supplements would be different. For probiotics, be yogurt, coconut water, kefir, aged cheese, kombucha, pickles, kimchi, sauerkraut, miso. Whereas prebiotics, it would be more like chicory root, Jerusalem artichoke, onions, leeks, garlic, carrot, dandelion. So both of these aid with digestion, but can be used for different sources. Probiotics, they support things like diarrhea, irritable bowel, intestinal infections, helps with colds and flus, it aids with your digestion, where prebiotics help with chronic digestive concerns or irritable bowel or inflammatory bowel conditions. So, what is vagal tone? So, the vagus nerve at the top part of your neck, and we've done many talks about how to improve your vagal tone. And you can look on listen to those. But the vagus nerve is the wandering nerve that starts at the top of your neck and it wanders all the way down through your whole spine and down even to your digestion. So, this is when you could feel nervous but have an upset stomach. And so when you have healthy vagal tone, you feel at peace, you feel relaxed, have a great mood, you have great digestion, great bowel movements, great blood pressure, great hormones, ability to swallow, great acid to digest your foods, good blood sugars, good body weight. You are able to handle stress better. So there are there are a lot of vagal tone techniques to help your vagus nerve and help your body sympathetic nervous system from being on overdrive to get to parasympathetic rest and digest. Some of those might be humming, singing, tapping, breathing exercises. So take a look. We've done a handout for over 20 different vagal tone exercises to help you get into this vagal tone state, which will help your digestion. The importance of healthy bowel movements. Well, what is that? That's can be 1 to 4 times a day. 1 to 4 times a day. That's not 1 to 2 times a week or 1 to 4 times a week. It's daily. And it should be fluffy and float. You want a regular rhythm so that you know for maybe it's your 6 o'clock time or your 10 o'clock time or 6 p.m. time. But your body should be shortly after meals. What goes in goes out. It will help with microbiome load. It'll help eliminate endotoxins. It helps with elimination, helps calm the brain, calm the nervous system, helps with clarity, helps your skin, helps with pain, and helps your body's digestion system. So super important for those healthy bowel movements. There are many biotoxins can affect your digestion, molds, yeast, Lyme disease, viral infections, endotoxins. So very important you get these tested with your naturopath or holistic nutritionist. Some ways to improve that acid in your stomach using liquid nutrition. So different types of juicing can be a huge help with ginger, with greens, with celery, helping with lots of hydration, typically around eating times, not while you're eating, and not drinking right after your meal to help your body digest your food. Looking at low to moderate levels of proteins because that can turn acidic, and of course make sure they're grass-fed and free range. Using lemon and apple cider vinegar or lemon and water to help your digestion. Eating your proteins and your sugars like your fruits at the beginning of the day. Using fermented vegetables and fermented drinks. And your largest meal when you are relaxed. So the benefits of those probiotics, again, talk to the naturopath, but that does improve your overall nutrition, helps your body with weight loss, and improves brain health. So your immune system, your brain health, your digestion are all connected. All right, so castor oil packs are all the way through TikTok and the internet right now, and they can be super helpful. Castor oil is very much a absorbable oil. So you can make a pack with a cloth, use an old cloth, old towel, dose it up with that castor oil. You can use a plastic bag, saran wrap, so the oil doesn't go everywhere. And then you place it on your stomach, on your thigh, on your neck, on your chest, and that can help your body improve your overall health in that area. So it can be helped for digestion. Activated charcoal, that is something that it can be dangerous as well. So careful that you get advice, but does help with gas and bloating. All right. There are 10 Top 10 ways and herb seeds that can help you with bloating. Some of these are fennel seeds, peppermint. Peppermint can be used in teas. It can be used in foods. It can be used in smoothies. Ginger, you can cut up for tea or for a hot tea or with your foods. Chamomile teas, pumpkin seeds, I put in my soups. Caraway seeds, bone broth. My husband loves to make this, and then we have it in the freezer. He uses it with his rice, or if he's in the crock pot, he uses it in smoothies. The activated charcoal does have risks, so please make sure you're careful and you get advice with that. Apple cider vinegar and lemon water. There are foods that help increase your gas. So those legumes, cruciferous vegetables, onions, fruit, if you're not able to digest those. So to learn, for example, for me, I need them cooked or steamed rather than raw. Wheat, gluten, grains, dairy, red meats, and different types of fats can affect that gas issue. There are 5 main causes of that bloating. The low stomach acid, so learning how to get that vagal tone affects your acid, your gallbladder function, that bacterial overgrowth like SIBO, food sensitivities, the candida overgrowth. So learning about the candida diet, the SIBO diet can be done with your naturopath and your holistic nutritionist. So we're going to go through some of the main causes of bloating, those 5 main causes. So if you look at the low stomach acid, it can even affect things like hair loss, iron deficiency, heartburn, multiple food sensitivities, skin and acne conditions, allergy conditions, dandruff. It can affect rectal itching, chronic fatigue, adrenal functions, belching, bloating, gas, flatulence. So huge challenges with low stomach acid that you want to get assistance with. It can affect stress, can affect this low stomach acid, stress on your mind, on your body, whether physical, chemical, or emotional. Troubles with your sleep, reduced gut mobility, so signs of constipation can affect this. Having bad bugs in your gut, so different bacteria, viruses, parasites. Endotoxin formation, inflammation throughout your body. All of these can be affected, especially if you're eating too quickly. So to help with that, make sure to put your fork or spoon down between bites if this is an issue for you. One of the best ways to reduce that stress on your body, both physically and chemically and emotionally, is to make sure you're free of subluxations, free of interference of your brain gut action, how your brain sends messages down that spinal cord, how it affects that vagal tone to reduce overall stress and reduce overall stomach acid. Poor gallbladder function affects all of your enzymes being released to digest fats, and then that affects the foods into the small intestine. You need that gallbladder to affect and to digest your fats and your vitamins, especially for vitamins A, D, E, and K. That improves your bioavailability to use those fats. So, and to be able to digest those and use those vitamins. So super, super important to be doing gallbladder cleanses if needed, and to make sure your gallbladder is assessed. If it's not working properly, you can definitely get right shoulder pain constantly, or knife-like shoulder pain behind your shoulder blade. You can get mid-back pain, and it would be upsetting stomach pain, nausea, gas, and bloating. And it can even be related to slow liver function. Many times people have poor gallbladder function if they have fibromyalgia or hypothyroidism. So very, very important to have your gallbladder function assessed, and then to follow up with different techniques to improve bile flow to get the best. So some of the home tests that you can do is a fat bomb test. You can look at reflexology, meridian tests, acupuncture, bile flow support tests. Again, do these tests if you're getting any weight loss, stomach cramps, pale colored stool, greasy floating stools, erratic bowel movements, diarrhea, significant gas or repetitive gas, make sure you see your naturopath or your holistic nutritionist in order to help. Those meridian points can be helped with your acupuncturist to help that energy throughout your whole body to improve that digestion. If you have poor bile flow, some other symptoms that are not as obvious might be frustration, anger, bottled up resentment, indecisiveness. So these emotions and chemicals are connected. Number 3, you can also, with small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, you can do the SIBO breath test. You can look into the SIBO diet. And again, your naturopath, your holistic nutritionist are the best to help you there. Number 4 is looking at some of the different causes of candida overgrowth. If you have a lowered immune system, that can affect candida overgrowth. So are you low in your zinc? Are you low in your vitamin D? Are you low in your vitamin K? Are you low in your good fats to help your ADEK to function better? So making sure that your liver is functioning well, because it's connected in that vicious circle of helping your gut bacteria work better. So again, looking at the candida diet can help your overall digestion and liver function. We did talk a little bit about the elimination diet. Some of the first, or there's 5 main steps to the elimination diet. First, write down a journal what some of the things are and some of your symptoms to see which one you're going to eliminate. Choose some of the most common is number 1. So whether it's wheat or dairy or eggs, read the labels on everything is step number 2. Number 3, start to record in your food journal those foods that you should be eliminating so you don't forget. And then after 2 weeks of elimination, add those foods back in. You can either do it slowly, or what I typically do is say have a day and go all out, but make sure you have that day off because you might need to be in the bathroom more frequently. And you can observe, finally, number 5, those symptoms. This embarrassing gas can be, so embarrassing in the wrong time, wrong place. Again, sometimes it is normal, but it can be affected by bacterial overgrowth, be affected by constipation, food senses, and food sensitivities. So we're going to go into 5 causes of this embarrassing farting. Can be affected by constipation, your abnormal gut flora, low stomach acid, swallowing air, and undigested food. They often say that you can have 15 years of undigested food, and that's why a lot of people who have bloating concerns, flatulence concerns, they will do colonoscopies, or they'll do colon cleanses. We do have a referral for that. That's when they will put water through the anus, through your body, and then your body stomach gets all filled with water, and then they reverse it to drain all the feces out, and you will see the normal feces is like brownish. And then as you get to that feces that's been there for years and kind of stuck in those globules that you see in the digestion, it tends to be more black. And so then it's able to release it. You want to make sure, if you are doing that technique, you have some healthy foods afterwards, because you've just emptied your entire stomach and you're not used to that. So you don't want to be going to a fast food place afterwards and filling it with junk. So make sure you have your water and your healthy snacks afterwards for those colonics. Many people find to do a few options of colonics will help to clear that bad bacteria, help with the constipation, help get rid of those old undigested foods so that the digestive system can start to function and pump better. 8 ways to reduce gas. Eat more slowly, eat more intentionally, that mindfulness to enjoy each mouthful, to put that fork down. Drink more water between meals, not at meals. Look at that elimination diet. Look for support with your stomach acid. Again, get assistance so you don't overdo it, because too much acid can be damaging. Look at digestive enzymes, and there's many types. So again, be cautious, because some people try one and then they feel worse. So it's important to find the right fit for you. Looking at probiotics and looking at certain herbs that will help you, and those are called carminative herbs. And then magnesium. Now, there are all different types of magnesium. So again, cautious. Some are good for your sleep, some are good for your digestion, some are good for your muscles. So magnesium helps that smooth muscle around the colon to function and relax better, to improve your digestion. So we're going to go through these 8 ways. That eating slowly, so enjoy the smell of the food, focus on what you've chosen and the colors of the foods. Chew more slowly, enjoy the texture, the spices, the colors. Be able to focus on your food, so not eating in front of the TV. Valuing yourself in that food, getting excited as you prep the food and the herbs. Enjoy the crunch, the sizzle, enjoy the inner thoughts. Noticing rumbling or fullness or emptiness in your stomach, being cautious of any greasy foods or smooth foods and how they connect with you. Connecting with your utensil. For example, I just can't eat with plastic utensils. I prefer, if I'm out, wood versus or a real utensil. And then making sure you're sitting down, you're in a chair, you're not rushing to eat, and then typically facing somebody, or being able to be in a straight posture, not slumped over, so that again your vagus nerve, your posture, your nervous system will help that mindfulness eating. Number 2 is drinking water between meals. So it's starting your morning with great water. Make sure you have healthy filtered water, drinking water, and having water bottles continuously throughout the day. If you find it boring, use lemon, use ginger, use a strawberry, use cucumbers, stevia, or xylitol, and reduce the alcohol or caffeine consumption. Number 3 is, we talked about already, that elimination diet is super important for reducing that gas. Number 4 is those careful of that stomach acid. So looking for different types of ways to reduce that stomach acid. And number 5, looking at those digestive enzymes to help you break down foods. But again, get the assistance, so you're choosing ones that will help you. Amylase, lipase, protease. Make sure that you help with those pancreatic enzymes, and look at less sugar to help your body function better. Number 6 is use those probiotics in order to help your overall increase nutrient absorption, help your brain health. And again, there's so many different types, and get that assistance you need, and start slowly so you don't overdo it. And number 7, those herbs, carminative herbs that can be helpful. So let's repeat those. Or oregano, you can grow this in your garden and on your ledge, in your window. Rosemary, thyme, basil, sage, ginger, parsley, cinnamon. I love cinnamon with my tea. Cinnamon, if you're having oatmeal, cinnamon can be used on many different breads. But again, these are the ones that are super important to help with gas. Oregano, rosemary, thyme, basil, sage, ginger, parsley, cinnamon. Look for those healthy herbs. And number 8, that magnesium. It does help with your brain, your sleep, your fatigue, muscle spasms, achiness, numbness and tingling, your joints, and it does help those digestive enzymes. It helps your overall digestion. But make sure you're looking for the right type of magnesium, and starting slow. So what does this have to do with your nervous system? Your brain connects to your gut. It's called your brain-gut axis. Your brain-gut axis. So if there's interference, an area of subluxation that's pressure or twisted on your spinal cord, blocking those nerves, blocking that nerve pathway, it's going to affect your stress response. And chiropractors are experts at reducing the stress on the overall body, even the stress you don't feel. Only 10% of your nervous system is pain. Only 10% of your nervous system is pain. So you can have these areas of subluxation and have no clue. Just the same way my mom had cancer and didn't feel a thing. You can have heart disease, cholesterol buildup, and not feel a thing. We're so conditioned to judge our health based on how we feel, and yet problems are building silently. So we need to have our nervous system checked on a regular basis because it is the controlling system of the entire body. The nervous system controls every tissue, cell, and organ in your body, and we want it to be at its best. Take the pressure off. And when you have reduced stress on your body, you have more parasympathetic, less sympathetic, that's going to fight or flight. And you're with the parasympathetic response, you rest and digest. Your digestion will be better. You're able to have less IBS, less Crohn's symptoms. Your body will be able to have better digestion, better able to go to the bathroom, and overall, your body will be more relaxed. So, we want to help you with that stress. Make sure you get a chiropractic checkout. So happy you're with us. I know this is somewhat of an embarrassing topic, but it is very, very important. Your digestion is connected to all types of chronic diseases and certainly can make us very embarrassed or uncomfortable if our stomach's grumbling or we're making noise from the wrong end. So burping or farting. So take this time to learn more about your digestion, get a chiropractic checkup, get a naturopathic checkup, see the holistic nutrition so that you can get the help you need, and connect with us on YouTube, Facebook, on our website, because we are here to help you.